Many Zimbabweans in South Africa say they came here to escape political persecution or to flee the collapsing economy under the long ruling ZANU-PF. But their ties to home remain strong. These Zimbabweans gathered in Pretoria this week to hear visiting Zimbabwe Finance Minister Tendal Biti urge them to vote in a March 16th constitutional referendum. Biti is Secretary General of the Movement for Democratic Change Party, MDC, part of the contentious 4-year-old ruling coalition.
So it is the duty of every Zimbabwean who is here to go home and register to vote in their own wards, in their own constituencies.
Most Zimbabweans in South Africa say they support the MDC and its leader, Prime Minister Morgan Tsvangirai. The party's South Africa chairman, Kwanele Moyo, says Zimbabweans here are eager to participate.
Zimbabweans in diaspora, especially in South Africa, they have suffered enough. You know, the fact that they've suffered enough, that on its own is going to push them to make sacrifices that they go back to vote home. For
many Zimbabweans here, going home just to vote is not financially possible. There are also fears of violence which marred the last election in 2008, much of it aimed at MDC supporters. But former MDC activist Felicia Anthonio says she is willing to take the risk.
So I have to go back and vote so that Zimbabwe must come back on its feet again.
But others, like 52-year-old Romeo Mare, wish they could vote in South Africa.
I thought they were going to allow us to vote like what happened in Kenya. In Kenya, they were allowed to vote. In Africa, the diaspora people in Africa, they were allowed to vote in their diaspora countries. Like our country, they didn't allow us to vote. So I'm disappointed.
Mare says his disability and poverty will keep him away from the polls. But like his countrymen, he says he has boundless hope that he can one day return home. Thuso Khumalo for VOA News, Pretoria, South Africa.